let's have a look at some figures for PulseX and 9 days of providing liquidity. Now, I'm not going to show you the actual figures because if you may be able to find some wallets, I'm not sure. You might be able to still do it with these figures, however, you would have to be very good with numbers. So before I continue, just pointing out that, this is all changing daily, changing by the second technically. So by the time I read these figures out, it would have already updated because, especially in regards to the INC token, and it does matter what you do with your return, and if it does return to the initial place in which you provided you began the LP. Also, it does depend on how one uses their own yield. So when they farm it, do they lock in the sale price? Or do they hold it longer? Maybe INC goes up, maybe goes down, you suffer more losses, or you get more gains. So the question is it worth providing LP in terms of the time it takes to monitor to these positions? Because if you, I'm thinking if you just set it and forget it, maybe it works good, maybe you get a nasty surprise. I'm not so sure. So many people out there probably have content out there how to manage LP positions or roughly how it works. But this is basically a brief breakdown over 9 days of ink farming, I guess you'd call it. So one farm, 1, 2, 3, I think 3 of these are basically 3 of these are stable positions, stable farms. One is an ink farm, and then one is a amount of pulse held if you held the amount 9 days ago, and one is amount if you held PulseX 9 days ago. So here we go. I'll break it down. Now, 17th? Okay. 736. No, not 736. Oh my god. Anyway. Basically, one of the farms is as follows. Let's break it down. Brain is not working, sorry people. Been busy doing my Uber challenge and it actually felt like I worked today. Not sure if it's good or not, but here we go. So the figures are as follows. For one stability pool, for 9 days, it is down an X amount, undisclosed figure, which is, though, I can disclose that it's 3.36%. Another is down 2.2%. Another is down 2.315%. One of the INC farms is actually in profit of 5.44%, and it's probably up even a little bit more because now, price of INC has gone up. And this is assuming you didn't sell. So assuming you actually harvest and then actually you're sitting on INC tokens, I guess, is the next figures. So recapping, 3 stable pools, all down, 3.36, 2.2, 2.3. Now, not huge numbers. Again, it's, not huge percent moves. An INC farm is actually up 5.44%. And if you had Pulse, it would be down about 3.87 from 9 days ago in terms of percent movement. And also if you had percent movement based on how much you hold. And also if you had PLSX, it would also be down about 7.61% over the last 9 days. However, the total loss, there's a total loss, basically there's a net loss. The net loss, I don't know how to explain this. There was a yield, I can't tell you the figure. There's a total loss, I can't tell you the figure, and the net loss is about 24.56% of the total loss, if that makes sense. So obviously there was a gain. However, what can change is if you actually harvest the yield, which I haven't done, and I think the price of INC moved. So all that would be required to happen is INC to move up a little bit. Obviously with the prices of the pools moving as well, again, changes the figures, it's a pain in the ass to keep track of. But if it were to move to parity, then you'd be sitting potentially at net neutral. And then the question is, should you do this? And then I bring it back to, will it return to parity? I guess you call it parity, to your opening position. And how do you want to use the yield? And is it worth doing this to keep track of everything? Now, personally, I like doing it, writing LP. However, it is worth understanding that it's not just a guaranteed win position, because there is some inherent risks involved. I guess some of this, what I explained, is I guess what you would call impermanent loss. So yeah, I thought I'd just do a quick one. Like I said, my thinking is, after you get your yield, if you're, because the point of providing LP, if you're not trying to sell or buy, maybe the intention is to get INC token. The question is, what do you do with that? Do you sit on it? Do you create another pool, which then you have to keep track of, etc, etc. So that has been my finding so far. Yeah, hopefully that does help someone, because it's not as if it's a guaranteed win, unlike something like Hex. And even that's not a guaranteed win, because you might stake and the mine and the price may move against you. However, if it does go up, it's going to be kind of cool. Same too with INC. If it does go up, it's going to be kind of cool. And then one potential thing I'm thinking of looking at these figures is, because the yield, the moves down are basically not huge. So the amount of yield you do get, you could potentially go in and more than cover the losses in terms of whichever token you're looking at. So you could look at, say, the pulse side, for example. Say you're down on the pulse side, or you're down on the stable side. You could go in and use the INC and then to purchase up more of the token that you lost, probably more than the amount that you're down. And then again, you could do that, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Most likely you would then be up, and the maths would get a little bit confusing. But that would be sort of an ongoing process of like managing how to, keep track of where you're situated. Because again, you could just leave it, you could go back and check your farms and go, fuck, I've got heaps more of this, or I've got heaps less of this. But yeah, so it is worth keeping track of. Figures, they're not great, but the yield is like, if you go have a look at the PulseX farms, if in 9 days it's moved, that is not much. But if you're getting lots of ink yield, if the positions are sort of moving between a range, up, down, across, and you're still getting the same yield, maybe I'll revisit this and extend it out for maybe a whole month. Maybe I extend it out for 2-3 months and see what the positions look like then. Because most likely then, but for some changes in prices, you would most likely see a higher return of INC in terms of yield, depending on the price, of course. But the amount of tokens you would have, as long as the positions stay the same, you would have more INC tokens. Then you would basically be able to use INC tokens however you see fit. You could take into account any losses you potentially have, or any gains, depending on what token, what side you're looking at. So whether this was the actual stable side. So for instance, if you were to, again, it's not complex, but it's just like, it might just sound like mumble jumble to some people. If you, for instance, close all your LP positions now, you'd have more pulse based on these 9 days of movement, and you would then be suffering the losses on the stable side. However, you would have gains, and then if the price of pulse happens to move up, you may erase all those gains, losses, and go into the gain territory. And the question is, do you want to top up on with your INC? Would you want to top up on the stable, or would you want to top up on your pulse chain? And what's happening to Spirit X? The thing is, my thinking is, if you were to, well, there's multiple potential futures. If INC does like perform really well, and you just hold it, or create farms, or sell it as you get it, you could be locking in gains, or it could go up even more and get more gains. But even if you locked in the gains when you sold it, and then you bought more pulse, maybe price of pulse increases. Then if your farms don't perform as you thought they would, maybe you got less pulse, but then you've been buying the pulse along the way, maybe that bag then, increases. It's just hard to say, Yeah, or you could just DC a weekly pulse. That's right. What's happening? What ants? What's happening? Yeah. I've been doing the, what's it called? I'm doing this Uber challenge. And basically I could probably maybe bump it up a bit more, but just basically buying pulse and then buying hex, staking, creating all these like little ladders, and then just seeing how that's going to go for the next 52 weeks. Personally, I think it's going to do well. I kind of want to do it for pulse as well and PulseX and be like, oh, so I don't know, maybe I will do like a split version of that and do like one for hex and ladders, one for pulse, one for PulseX, and run them all head to head and just see which one performs better. I'm not really so keen. Well, if I had infinite money, I'd probably purchase ink as well. But because I'm farming it, I'm going to keep track of it this way through these figures and see how that goes. Whew. No, is that the one? I did see one on a website basically gave. Ooh, that's interesting. One click of the mouse and all harvested. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm guessing you just have to connect your wallets. Oh, dude, imagine buying at 50 cents. I mean, that would have been pretty decent. Yeah, do it. You can chuck it in what ants, and I'm curious. Tracks without connecting. If you like playing with LPs, did you see the farming wizard? I guess no, I haven't. If you want, you can chuck it in. Tracks without connecting. How does it let you farm it though? Do you have to provide? Oh, it tracks. Ooh, that's interesting. You could track other people if you knew the addies as well, I guess. Oh my god, yeah. I wish I bought it. I wish I bought INC at 50 cents. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, chuck it in on X if you want. I'm curious now to see how that works. If not, I will close this one. Sees where you're active. Okay. Yeah, if you want, chuck it into the chat, and I'm curious to click on it myself. Because yeah, tools are cool. I saw one tool the other day. It was like, basically like permanent loss calculator. I can't even remember the site it was from. There's just so much stuff being built. It's like head spinning a little bit to try and keep track of it all. Yeah, but like I said, it's interesting. To recap, over 9 days, some pools you're down. If you hold PulseX, you're down small amounts. However, in regards to the farms, you're up on other and then it's confusing because it's like then you're down in stable wise, but you're holding more pulse. Then if you sold all your LP and price went up, or do you hold it and wait till losses reduce? It's like a balancing act. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Also calculates real APY. What was the site called? Farming Wizard by Hocus Pocus team. So I just searched that, I guess. Farming Wizard. Please don't drain me. Please don't drain my wallet. Gets drained live on stream on like BNB chain. What's it called? The Hocus Pocus team. What is the LP file? Okay. I don't find nothing. No hits. Where's that link? All right. If there's no link, I'll close the stream. But yeah, I just thought I'd briefly do that. I'll try and find that if that exists. Can I share the link? So what was the site called? Farming Wizard. Farming Wizard? Is that Farming Wizard Pulse Chain? Yeah, so I don't know anyone, man. I'm solo. Farming Wizard Hocus Pocus. Farming Wizard is, I'm guessing it's to do with this. I was able to locate Pulse Market NFT. Is it this? Maybe? Hang on. Pull up over here. Ah, sweet. Very interesting. Terms of use. By using the Farming Wizard, you would not just agree to these terms. You don't understand the risk. Do not use this. Oh, Jesus. This tool is the generalized DApp front end for protocols similar to Sushi MasterChef, which is something that's known for terms such as farming farms or single-sided staking pools, interacts with external contracts operated by third parties, and does not hold any assets. Okay. Accuracy. While striving for accuracy, information on Farming Wizard made from native front end, users are advised to independently verify information. Well, that's good. External protocols risk Farming Wizard. No control over farm and pools, owner of external. Farming Wizard has no control over farm pools, owners or external protocols to create, modify, terminate farm pools. Oh, okay, cool. Investing in farming single-sided staking pools is risky, involving permanent loss and fees imposed by external protocols. Pulse chain is not so bad. Users should be cautious of price fluctuations. They should. In reward tokens, which may affect real APR or return on interest. No responsibility or harm for exposure. Team does not take any harm. I'm just seeing what harm could take place though. Is it just like you can just read the data though, by the sounds of it? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Right. Bingo. Yeah, alright, cool. Alright, so we've pulled up. Let's have a look. Oh, that's interesting. Oh my god. It's like, hang on. It's like, it's pretty interesting. So it's like, it's got a whole lot of meme coins and other stuff going on. Alright, I'm gonna have a look at this. Maybe not live on stream, but so what does it do? The fuck was that? Contract. Oh, okay, so it's got like 6.9%. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. So it's got like breaks down. I like how it breaks down the. Where is it? They thought show the terms and conditions yet. Interesting. Oh, I like how it breaks down. Again, I haven't verified the data, but it breaks down the like the INC emission. So then you combine that with that app, INC. I can't remember the website. And it shows how the amount of INC is being produced, I guess you could call it. It's got 6.9, 27.6, ooh, 10.3. So if one liked INC, one might decide to get this one, I'm guessing. This is kind of cool. Oh, hang on. Right. Oh, wait, it's pretty wrecked. I'll make the whole screen more readable. Guys and gals. Well, it's pretty hard to see, but Maybe I just get my face out of the way. Do. All right, so this is a live review. I have no idea what. Courtesy of the chat. Check claim all button. Redeposit LP tokens or staked. Oh, that's crazy. So you can connect it to an ADI, and then if you had anything, you could potentially claim all. I'm guessing. Interesting. Ugh. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I personally wouldn't connect it, but I do like the emission rate. It's like, is that correct? That's crazy. Like 27.6 INC emissions. It makes you like, if you wanted more inks, like maybe that was the one you want over, say, USDC or Tether. But again, your own risk tolerance, etc. What's this 40x thing? Hit the stake button, see your LPs. Where is it at? Oh, okay. So if you had it connected, it would show. That's pretty useful, especially if you had a shit ton of LPs you just wanted to like mass harvest. As long as there's no like weird, like, I don't know, someone else can do it and send it. I don't know. 40x is the bonus multiple. Ooh, nice. What ants? Thank you. Thank you, what ants. This, I have to make you mod as well. Because, yeah, like, assuming no one, there's no weirdness going on, but if you're, I'm trusting your call on this one. But it's good to know, like, in terms of what I'm seeing. So the 40x is, what is the 40x? He's got bored. He just like creates this. You guys are crazy. Don't hurt me, please, internet people. Don't hurt me. Yeah, can. As request of chat. What is this? Oh yeah, this one. Let's have a look. So what's this? I did see this. Something about amicus briefs. Maybe, pretty sure there's an amicus brief for a group of individuals. It would have been interesting to see if everyone did also this individually, because it would have been a lot more reading to get done, especially if, you know, I don't know, one of them gets dismissed, not dismissed, but, you know, disregarded. Yeah, there's a lot. Oh my god. Blockchain software is a defender, blah 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 blah. There's technology software also decentralized. That's so much more. It's not just Amiki. In Coinbase cracking. Other cases. If a bad precedent gets set, it's bad for everyone, and good precedents are better for everyone. I agree. See the attached picture of public documents where numerous good arguments have been made. If you're curious about other amici that have been filed in cryptocurrencies cases, very cool. Again, not a lawyer, not financial advice, not legal advice, past performance, no guarantee of future. Hashtag Bitcoin. So, wow. Maybe there's some good readings. I think this nuclear has also actually listed some. So, maybe check that out, I guess. I'll make sure I'm following what ants. Assuming I am. What ants reminds me of like Red Alert, when you can change all the guys to ants. What's this? We also work with. Oh, okay, cool. Very cool. We work with. I'm reading the comments. Says we also work with LLMCR Power City, April 15th. Something's happening in regards to these ones. Yeah, and I can't speak too much for it. I don't know. I haven't been following too closely. I'm a lawyer. I can barely read English, you know, so I can't really speak to this. So no comment from me. This just seems like an interesting post on X, where there is a lot of issues, you know, against the SEC and maybe Gary Gensler himself, or the organization in which he represents, and basically crypto as a whole, I guess you could say. I don't know, just in disagreement with SEC's vague lack of guidance. So I'd say maybe lack of guidance, or maybe just pure incompetence. I'm not sure at this point in time. Or they're just trying to kill crypto somehow for some reason, except for what, Bitcoin. It's kind of strange if you ask me. I don't know. Personally, I think it's a bit of, in regards to, I guess if you're referring to the Ethereum ETF and what's taking place there. Again, I don't know what's taking place, but I think it almost feels the same thing took place with BTC ETF up until its approval. It's almost like it's subject to certain processes and scrutinization. Yeah, but this larger sort of push against cryptocurrency from the SEC is somewhat unprecedented, in my opinion. Main question is, how do you think market will react to this? Are we dipping or pumping? I mean, how do you think market depending on who? Because in regards to myself, in regards to yourself, in regards to everyone who has ever heard of Pulse Chain, could be the market. It could be all of DeFi, which would include people who have never heard of Pulse Chain. I don't know. It depends on whether people buy or sell. So I see a lot of stuff on X. I see a lot of talking about this post did this and this post did that. The only one that I could really think of, personally, I think was the SEC one from Gary Gensler himself, where his account got hacked or something, talking about something to do with the ETF that got approved and disapproved, and then people reacted, and it's like, so what? Now the SEC has to investigate themselves? Like, seriously, that's just levels of incompetence. Is it? Oh, you mean like the entire market? Okay, so the entire market crypto. I don't know, man. I try and track what I'm doing, I guess, which is in my little bubble in PulseX, INC Hex. When things like SEC going after Ethereum, they do pop up on the radar, it just makes me wonder like what exactly it is they're doing. So it's interesting to see and watch it play out. As to whether I agree with what they're doing, I mean, I've gone through, I think I did a stream, I read, I think it was one of the Coinbase guys, lawyers, they're explaining their position on Ethereum, which I personally, I think makes a lot of logical sense. And if you go through that logic, it's like, well, what is it that SEC is trying to do, Again, not a lawyer, so not even from that jurisdiction, so my words hold no weight at all. Do you think some news related to dump or pump Ethereum? Good question. What is the GUI looking like? Looking at the ETH GUI, right? So ever since the Denkin upgrade, I don't know if it's because the price pulled back. We're seeing some lower, more manageable GUI. So that is interesting, especially from the infamous market interpretation of words, which then was followed by actions from unknown people to cause, I think, the price of EHEX to reduce, I think is a fair way of putting that. So I wonder if that was an overreaction, and maybe if ETH gets a little bit more manageable, maybe later on there's a bit of hopium, the gas fee sort of improves somehow, or they get some updates, and Pulse Chain also gets updates. Maybe Ethereum Hex stages somewhat of recovery. I don't know. Again, who are the people that pulled the LP? Who are the people that panic sold? Or I think, wasn't it EESing? That was crazy to me. Again, that's outside of the whole regulators talk of whatever it is they're doing, because I don't know. I think some news related to these. cases will either dump or pump Ethereum. So we were going to check then. I went off on a little bit of a side rabbit hole. What is the price of everything? You guys with the good questions. Woo. Now I know you guys don't. I don't like this site personally, but if got some green, which is positive. I like that the trajectory of the Bitcoin and Ethereum shape. It just fucking takes me back. Oh my god. I know I should be using crypto bubbles, but it's from GoPulse. We'll have a look at GoPulse, eh? GoPulse, what do we got? Oh my god, where is it? Coins. Bubbles. Let's look at the bubbles. The bubble. Oh, we got a com pump. That just makes me want to stake 555 and get my 20%. What's going on with com? Now, can we click on com and does it show me? I'm too scared to do this live on stream. I need like another fucking virtual machine. This is just wrecking me. It's not good for the psyche after long shifts. If I click on com. Alright, good. So that's not too bad. Right, so if I click on com, I'm doing like the rest of the Rabby wallet and you test click. So we've got some sort of buying pattern. Ooh, interesting. Now, in all fairness, when I heard com was that 20% play, I did dump it because I was like, dude, money, free money, good. Even Hedron and Akosa, I'm on the side of dumping. Like before the price even got more wrecked than it is now. I was more inclined to take profit of what was there, move it to some LP and PulseX, and then I heard something about through the grapevine if the Hedron Akosa guys, if they're able to, I don't know what it is. It sounds like you're gonna merge contract and let. I'm guessing on the Pulse chain side, the Ethereum side, talk to each other through the, I don't know, through a token, or they'll just bring it over, and then you'll be able to potentially have like Eocosa and Piocosa play together, and you can like double your shit. So my logic was, well, if that's gonna happen, I'll sell the cheap Pulse chain. Then once the expensive Ethereum, if I can avoid some fees, bridge it over through the cheap, then I haven't lost a lot. That's my thoughts on it, but that's, yeah. I don't recommend anyone listen to me. Speaking of EHEX, I made a secret token that pays. I made a secret token that pays EHEX divs as bot trade. Funny thing is that the tokens are added in LP pools. Also get EHEX paid directly to pools, unable to withdraw. What the fuck? Okay. So I have no idea what the fuck it is. Oh, I don't know if that's good or bad. Is that good? LP pools burning EHEX basically because no one can ever remove them. Oh, okay. What the fuck? Well, that sounds positive. LP pools burning EHEX basically because no one can ever remove them. Ooh, so it's like locked away. Ooh. That's crazy. Well, if people can build shit, do it. Again, I don't condone anything. I don't know anything. Don't listen to the words I speak. But yeah. What have we got? Yeah, I guess people are just wondering, like, oh, what's happening now? Is ETH gonna pump? Like, well, after some, I don't know, even that, what was it, the EU fund? It was like, I read somewhere in the fine print, it was something about commercial transactions, and I read somewhere from that Coin Bureau guy's research that it actually might not be as bad as they initially thought. But again, I'm not a crypto guy. I'm just a guy who's trying to understand all this shit, make sense of for himself to sort of decide how I'm going to play with my favorite stuff, which is PulseX and Pulse and Hex and maybe INC, not so sure. Calm's pretty cool, Hedron's pretty cool, Echo's pretty cool, this is pretty cool, anything free is very cool, anything doesn't wreck other people, very cool. And yeah, Com pumped, what the hell? So what are we looking at for Com? Rocketed last night. All I can do is remove the token. Oh, okay, so EX is just like, okay, cool. Is that good or bad? I don't know. Um, I wouldn't be surprised because that would mean like EX getting burned is like less liquidity, etc., or less access to it, so less dumpage. Um, yeah, I'm always tempted just to buy some EX and just sit on it and just wait and see what happens. And if it doubles, triples, or whatever in the future, it's like, well, I got some over here on Pulse Chain. Maybe I can swap it back because that'll retain the price. What is the price for it? Eels. Oh, it's pretty low. Ugh. Everything's pretty low though, except INC. Lol. Shit. INC, man. Oh my god. Yeah, why don't we all buy more INC at 50 cents? What is a secret weapon? Yeah, yeah. I mean, I really like with Com. I really do like how when I was watching a stream, I think it was Crispy Man and I can't think of the other guys. Sorry to them, but I really think Com is good if you're on Pulse Chain and if you want to lock away for 5555, then you get more of the Com. Because yeah, ever since Com first came out, I did well, you can claim it automatically almost. It was like, as long as you know it exists. I did go in, I did mint, I did sell some, but once there was a sort of a peak, I guess FOMO, and everyone was talking about it. I was like, well, last time I heard this, everyone dumped on my head. So this time, I'm like, if I got some profit there, I'll just take some profit because it's there, can be done. And then I think from memory, I either bought Pulse or I created a farm with it. So I can't remember what farm it was. It might have been a stable and Pulse, and then I used that to then farm more INC, and now INC is doing pretty good. So even though I did do some maths previously, early in the stream, basically saying there's some losses on the stable side. However, you got more Pulse, net loss. But if INC continues to increase, it's actually will turn to a net neutral. If it increases further, might be a positive. And then the real question is, what do you do with it? Do you sell it for stable and then exit crypto, which I'm not sure is the best move right now, but hey, maybe you need bills, etc. But if you're, if you have ink and then you're down by like 3% across one particular farm and you've got more than 3%, maybe you use that to top up on whatever coin you think you like, whether that be Pulse Chain. Personally, is one of my personal favorites. And then if the price does increase and you're losing out on your Pulse as the farm's moving, assuming you're not closing your positions, etc., then if the price does surprise us all, maybe not in the immediate like tomorrow, but like over personally, I would say the long term, then maybe you'll be in an okay position. I think a lot of people are. I don't know if people are doing that. Maybe I'm the only one, but yeah, I've stopped sort of listening too much to other everyone else basically, to an extent. Like I'll check in and stuff, but it's better. I think it's better for all of us. Yes, to agree on some points, but also to disagree on some points, and think independently, and then come to, as long as it's accurate, So that's why I like you guys in the stream. You tell me like I'm just like making shit up. You're like, no, that's right. I'm like, oh fuck, okay, this is why it is. And then I went back through, did some number crunching. Then I saw what's going on. So okay, so this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing losses of small amounts, but then I point out, I don't know if people are using the ink, and I don't know if people, they're dumping their com, they're staking their com, they're creating LP for the com. I'm not sure. Personally, my opinion on com is if you do a large 5 stake and you're getting, I think I heard 20%. I'm not sure if that's still the case, but if you are, I would personally think, well, just do whatever you want with it. I can't remember what the other argument was for it. But yeah, my logic was if it's there, take it. But yeah. Yeah, what else? So, Ethereum, I still, it's as crazy as it sounds. It wouldn't surprise me if you see a 2x Ethereum. Plucking numbers out of the sky. I think that's a conservative number in this bull run, upcoming bull run, especially if there's anything positive in regards to the ETF, because I'm not hearing people pulling out their, applications. But again, I have no idea. Oh, what's this? Let's have a look. Oh yeah. let's have a look at this one. I've heard this as well. What else would it be unless another token gets airdropped or something based on the holding of and that's just like pure like that's I don't think that's happening. I think personally, I think if there was a governance token, most likely it would be INC. But isn't there like a sort of like large holders? I don't know, but I don't disagree. I can't see how PulseX, Hex, and EHEX would be relevant to a governance token, because I don't think like Hex holders are going to be treated preferentially on Pulse chain like by any means, because there was a sacrifice open to all and everyone for the freedom of speech and freedom of movement, etc., etc. So yeah, it would make sense, because if you're it would make sense if you're engaging with PulseX, providing LP. It makes me not want to. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think selling INC is good at the moment, or do you think holding it is good? If you had a choice, I personally think I'm of the opinion sell it. But that's because I'm farming more of it. So I'm thinking, well, if you look at the APRs, and then that's not going to change based on the current price. So therefore, you could sell it constantly. If you're a huge player, maybe you want to be holding large bags and you want to have some influence over the system if it becomes a governance token. But maybe I don't know, like wasn't there like large addresses purchasing like PulseX, INC, and Hex? Maybe they I would sell 25%. Yeah, it's hard. It's a hard one, because it's like you hold it, right, and it goes up. Yeah, that's a good plan. I remember not so long ago I had a small bag of ink, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking regret this. So I just dumped it. For I think it was for Pulse. So it wasn't really a dump. It was like, I swapped it, but it kind of a dump. And then it doubled or almost tripled from that point. I'm like, oh my god, that's insane. And then I think that was after it had done its when it ran up to about 10. I missed it on the 10. I mean, that would have been an interesting play. You sell it at 10, hold it back, because watch everyone just murder everything, and I am back a little bit cheap. So if you sold it at 10, you could have just sat till now and then bought back 75%. Be like, sweet, got my 25%. Not that I'm condoning trading of that sort, but like I said, just running the numbers on LP farming, it's pretty interesting. It's not as passive as you might. Well, you can make it passive, but then you might get a nasty surprise. But it might not be too bad, because like I said, the figures I'm seeing, not huge movements. Small movements down, small movements up. Funnily enough, there's less. If you sold your LP now compared to 9 days ago, you would have less INC, but the overall value would be more. So I was like, okay, because the price gain of INC is increasing so much, and if you harvested all your INC using that wonderful hocus pocus, if you did connect it and just sort of one button. So if you harvest it right, a guy who sold INC for 200k. Oof. Congrats. Oh my god. See, that's what we need. More people doing that. There's not murdering the price, and then they can explain how wonderful this ecosphere is, you know? Um, I think that's good. Now, what's it called? Um, so if you bulk and harvest claim all on this site, does it charge you like just normal? It's like normal, like you just get charged per pulse. Like it's not some magical code that just one transaction fee, because that'd be pretty cool. I'm guessing it's like when you like bulk claim on the Hedron, you still have to like pay all the gas fee. I'm pretty sure that's what it would be. I thought I'd ask if you guys know, because I don't. I haven't used it yet. It's the first time I've seen it. Kind of impressed at the 40x for Pulse Die. God damn. Makes me want to yeah. I still think the next one that would be interesting, personally for me, is this one here. On PulseX, the hex pulse, like the real hex, and pulse pair, because the like if price moons hard on pulse, then you got more hex. It's like, well, then what if the price of hex moons hard, then you got more pulse? It's like, you know, I don't think that's really a loss personally, unless you're like emotionally attached to one or the other. But you know, with the stables, I'm looking at them going, oh man, if pulse just moons hard, like super hard, and you're left with a bag of like stables, and then you haven't been monitoring your, you know, managing your ink and like maybe buying more pulse with it, then you might be upset, you know. I mean, it's not a loss. You'd still be doing okay. But it's just like, you know, you might look back and go, oh, I could have had this, could have had this. So that's why I think it's important to break down like my findings last 9 days, for instance. I'll do another one. I've got a massive spreadsheet tracking it all from like, I didn't do it since inception. I should have. Well, I can go back and double check, but it's kind of a pain in the ass. Yeah, I just track it daily, the amount, see how it's moving. I could do a whole lot more with it, manually, mind you. So, yeah, maybe chart it out. Who knows? Compare, you know, the I added some columns, some cells to the LP position. So what I'm seeing is, actually, I'll bring it. I'll open it. Ooh, what's this? What is this? Yeah, there it is. What? I don't know. What do you? I don't. I'm not gonna. I'm not engaging with like this year. Politics, man. It's like a. I don't know. I mean, I have a clear favorite, but what if Trumpy loses? You know, and what? It just goes to show that anyone can beat Trumpy. They can run, you know, what's his face against it, and he would still lose. Yeah, I did see that though. It's hilarious. That's funny, funny, funny. Where was I? I lost my chat. Look at the little left arrow. Yeah, Go Pulse. Well, oh, this one. I like the Go Pulse one. This one's cool. When I saw this, like, oh yeah, what's this? That's good. I like that. And you can see even recently what's taking place. Although you just go to deck screen and do it, but I like how it's all in one place. It's very clean, very crisp. Good for mobile as well. You know, you open it up, because I think everyone's just, I don't know. I'm still old school, man. I can't stand some things on mobile phone, but like, so I prefer doing my trades on a screen with a keyboard. I'm kind of weird like that. But I think some people are all moving to phone and tablet. I don't agree, but it is what it is. You can filter only PulseX or whatever you like. Oh, where's this? Where's this arrow? Can we move first? Look at the little left arrow. It's a hidden menu. There's a filter only PulseX or whatever you like. Little arrow. Can I find it live on stream? I can't see it. Where's the hidden menu at? Looking for the hidden menu. Farming wizard on the left. Oh, this one, farming wizard. Left. Oh yeah, I was thinking you're talking about this. I'm like, oh yeah, this one, yeah. Alright, what am I doing? Left. Left. Is it with this filter here? That's not hidden, bro. This is filter tool. That's pretty cool. Alright, so what am I doing? Alright, let's have a look. Oh. Uh. That's pretty cool. I like that. Nice. Dude, so much is being built. It's crazy. I don't know who's doing this, but yeah, good work. Keep it coming. Ah, okay, wait. So then you can search PulseX. Oh, okay, so you can go into farms. PulseX, for example. Got some plain vanilla PulseX. I like vanilla. Type in hex. Oh, this would be interesting. Check across all of them. Shit's crashing. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's funny. The other day I was just looking at some trades and I was like seeing how it's being routed, and I swear I saw. What's it called? I don't even know these pools existed. I saw like some. I can't remember if it was hex and like some other. I don't know if it was a meme token, but like it routed through one of them. I was like, dude, that's crazy. What we got? Oh, so is there single side on? Okay. 10K. Some thin liquidity. Oh, I guess to tweet it, we already have all this shit. Also, just it just pulls data. I guess is that the correct terminology? It's like you can already see what it's doing. It's kind of cool. It's like once it exists, it's like a radar picking up their signatures. You know what they are. It's very cool. There's no hiding. Let's have a look. Ooh, there's some liquidity there. Oh, that's so even looking at that, even if all that was say moved to PulseX, these little they're kind of small, you know, like total liquidity. Like I'm not seeing anything over 1 million really, outside of the. I could be wrong here. Well, that's the main. Well, I'd say that's the main one there, like PulseX. Next. Oh, very nice. Thank you for this tool. That's very good because then I can go through and have a look and see like where. I guess yeah, and also see APR. APR is cool. So while we're here, let's look at say USD. Let's look at DAI. I don't. Okay, so 4.2, 13%, 36, but then you got LP. Interesting. 60, 62. Alright, I like this tool. Thank you. Very cool. Okay, nice. Alright, I'm gonna have to add that to. I'll add that to my favorites, you know, and then if I ever get bored, I'll have a look. There were different pools everywhere. I guess I'm curious. Pulse. Yeah, what do we got? Can we sort by order of, yeah, good. Alright, cool. We picked up the API automatically. 2000. Oh yeah, $18 LP. Nice. Drop $1 million to that one. So hard. Interesting. Alright. Oh god. Well, I learned something new. Again, shout out to chat. I'll make you admin, man. Warrants. Thank you for that. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, like I said, just on top of, you could now even use this if you wanted to have a look around the APIs, etc., through various pools, like everything by the looks of it. But what's the story of Hexaco? Yeah, let's read it. Once upon a time Once upon a time, in a realm where magic and crypto intertwined, there lived two legendary figures, Merlin, the powerful wizard, and Morgana, the mighty witch. Each had heard of the incredible potential locked within Hocus Pocus coins and the enchanted wizard NFTs that could be acquired. Eager to harness this power, they embarked on separate quests. Merlin, already a formidable wizard, knew that there was always room for growth. He strived to accumulate Hocus Pocus coins and wield the mightiest wizard NFTs. His journey was marked by challenges which he overcame using his magical powers and deep knowledge of the crypto realm. He implemented various strategies and made magical investments. With every victory, Merlin earned more Hocus Pocus coins, enabling him to acquire increasingly powerful NFTs. Meanwhile, Morgana, known for her expertise in the NFT Forge, had honed her skills in merging NFTs. She recognized the potential for even greater power through the combination of NFTs. Morgana's quest led her to Hexaco, a land ruled by the wealthy and influential King Richard, whose passport is widely known. Morgana aimed to harness King Richard's resources to fuel her own ascent. Oh, okay. Upon their paths converging, Merlin shared his quest with Morgana, recognizing her mastery of the NFT Forge. The duo decided to join forces, combining their strengths and knowledge to create the most formidable NFT the realm had the realm had ever seen. They ventured into Hexaco, where King Richard held dominion over wealth and power. Presenting their grand plan to Morgana, Cauldron NFTs, which had the ability to amplify the brewing potential, Merlin and Morgana formed an alliance. Their merged forces were unstoppable, merging their acquired NFTs into even more powerful ones. With each fusion, their points and abilities surged exponentially. Their rising power drew the attention of King Richard himself. Impressed by their abilities and investment strategy, King Richard saw the potential in joining forces. He agreed to invest in their products, which would further propel their rise to dominance. Together, they forged the most successful crypto projects the realm had ever witnessed, accumulating boundless Hocus Pocus coins and securing the most influential wizard NFTs across the land. Merlin and Morgana had achieved their ultimate goal, becoming the most powerful wizards and witches within the realm. Their quest, fueled by their crypto knowledge, magic abilities, and the unity of their forces, had made them legends. The tale of Merlin and Morgana, the greatest wizard and witch duo who harnessed the power of Hocus Pocus coins, merged NFTs to create unraveled artifacts, and aligned with King Richard to reshape the realm, echoed throughout history, inspiring the future generations to seek their own path to greatness.